Welcome back, guys, to episode number 20 of my Feed the Beast Monster series. I'm your host, Bunny Vulture, and here we are looking at my 18 resident energy cells, all now completely full. I think I had to kill an additional 6 withers. I think it was 6 or 7 withers. I spent some time in the nether killing some withers. I also started up, since I didn't want to, actually, I only killed, what did I do? I only got enough skulls in the nether to get a few skulls and to make a few of these wither skeleton soul crops for magical crops. So I decided, well, that would be an easier way to reliably get wither skeleton skulls. And just by planting them, you get these wither skeleton essence. You take some of these, put them in a crafting grid like so, and you get wither skeleton skulls. Ta-da! Nice and easy. A lot more reliable way to get your wither skeleton skulls for killing the withers, for getting the nether stars to power up your nether star generator. So I thought I'd show you that and whatnot. The other thing, and let's see, what do we got in here now? Got those 5. So yeah, I pretty much wiped them out to fill up my cells there. So as we ended the last episode, we had just started Gendustry and had gotten the mutagen producer, a regular mutatron, and we hadn't yet built the genetic sampler or the genetic imprinter. I went ahead and switched out to the advanced mutatron, mainly because of one little thing, and I'll show you the recipe for that. It's pretty simple. The regular mutatron, was pretty much just bronze, and then the circuit thing here. The advanced mutatron takes the regular mutatron and then just put some more bronze gears and a couple more genetics processors. And I'm gonna go ahead and say skip this and go right to this. And for this reason, on this interface, you'll notice you have these additional boxes down here. And you got the same, stuff here. You got the RF and mutagen and stuff here. But what you can do, let me see if I got the things in here. I can show you. Yes, I do. I got a Meadows Princess, and I know I have a Forest guy out here. Yep, there we go. And I'll show you one important thing. Actually, probably the coolest thing you can do with this. So you put whatever main thing you're going to mutate, and then your subspecies down here, and you'll see what pops up below. Right here, it shows I can choose to mutate into a common queen or a leopardine queen. So you choose your mutation. No longer is it just random. So, obviously, you only get the possibilities of what of this combination can get, but you get to choose what you want. So if you're trying to get, I don't know, especially on the tree breeding, like, some trees can breed into different things, so you can choose which one you want. But this way, and I'm going to go ahead and say and start, if you want to get into the tree breeding right away, you're not so much into bees, but you want to do the different trees, go ahead and get yourself either a Meadows Princess or a Forest Princess, and then the opposite corresponding drone. Go ahead and put it in the advanced mutatron here and choose a leopardine queen. The reason being is you will get, and it's in one of my backpacks here. Nope, not one of those. Not that one. Nope. Is it this one? Yeah, here it is. You can see all the stuff I've gotten from doing this stuff over the last couple days. The leopardine queen produces, or princess queen, whatever, is another source of silky combs. And what you do is you centrifuge the silky combs, and you get silk wisps. And then when you put the silk wisps into, here we go. Go back. Nope, not Jund. If you want to do the tree breeding, you'll need pollen. And in order to get pollen, you can either go the long way and do the alveary or get the sieve upgrade. But to do that, you need the silk wisps. and that comes from the silky propolis, and that comes from the silky comb. So you get, you know, this, it needs 7, so I don't know, say 14 silky combs, not a problem. The leoparding queen produces the silky combs and eggs, so you know you'll get plenty. As you can see from that, see from my backpack here, you'll get plenty. So yeah, you get that going. You make this little thing, and you get your upgrade frame, along with the same thing that I used to make the other stuff here. And then you just go out and put it in one of these industrial apiaries, either outside or inside. If you have a tree growing area inside, you go ahead and put whatever upgrades you want in there, depending on the bees you're using. I got a noble in here just because it's one I had at the time. I was using some other bees inside, so this is the only other one I had going, and I didn't want to take out the bees over there. So I just threw this guy in there. Didn't matter, like I said. I got the light upgrade, open sky, the automation upgrade, and what that does is it completely automates this process. So once the queen's done, it just takes the princess and drone here and throws it right back over here. It just kind of, I don't think it even goes over here. It just keeps it here. So that's really handy. And then this, of course, this EVA upgrade, so it does the pollen collection. And in one of my other backpacks, nope, it's the other one I haven't opened yet, probably. No? Yeah, here's the leoparding drones that I got, and I took the queen out. Let's see, is it in this one? Yeah, it is in this one. So as you can see here, here's some jungle pollen. And all you need to do is put whatever tree you want to get the pollen of, kind of, you know, right next to the apiary, so that when the bees go out and the sieve upgrade will go ahead and collect the pollen from it. And the more trees you put around it, I think increases the amount of pollen you get. So if you want to breed one of the trees that requires like a 3x3 planting, I would suggest go ahead and planting, like, you know, if this is on the ground and you got your energy pipes, you know, run a lot prettier or a lot better than this. If you have this running on the ground in an area, you know, go ahead and encircle it with, you know, the tree you want to get pollen for, and you'll get a lot of pollen from it. And what I did is I made the stuff for, I wanted the ebony wood right here, and that required the myrtle ebony sapling, and that required a kapok and a teak pollen, and that required the jungle and a teak pollen. So I had to go out and find a jungle sapling because I didn't have any. So I had to go out and find one. I planted a jungle tree, let it go overnight. I wound up with, like, I think I only had one jungle tree, so I got like 9 pollen or something like that. Went ahead and got my kapoks, and then I needed teak. So I got some teak trees and planted some teak trees around it, and got that pollen, and then made the wood and planted one of those guys. And now let's go sapling, and all of a sudden I have, where are you, 453 ebony saplings from one tree. And the reason why I have 453 saplings is because of this guy. This is just beast mode on getting saplings. I mean, it really is. This thing, you know, and you've seen it before, but it's crazy. I mean, it just really is. I mean, that's just awesome. And I'm full up. I can't even, you know, hold this stuff. Now I gotta empty this stuff out. Oh, there's a walnut. Cherry. Ooh, orchard appling. Oh, I'll keep that one on me. Put you up. There. Wild cherry. I'll keep you too. So yeah, I didn't have those. Let's see, what do you got? Go ahead and get you down. Deposit these guys in here. Want more walnuts? And I went ahead, because later on I wanted to get the seed oil, because I will get into bees and some stuff and have some alvearies going, because while the Gendustry stuff is excellent, and I mean awesome for this block alone, this thing will save you all kinds of time, especially if you're like starting out, and you want to get you want to do the bees, and to get the alvearies you're going to need the regular pollen from the industrious drones. And sometimes, at least for me, and especially my wife, when we were doing bees in Feed the Beast Unleashed, it was just a pain. It just really was. I mean, we would try to get the industrious bees, and every time we would try and get we would get diligent, although they weren't, they were like a diligent cultivated hybrid or diligent common. And then we would try and, then you got to make that pure. And then same thing with unweary. And then we would breed them, and then they would backwards breed. And we'd be like, oh, are you kidding me? So having this thing in here to where you can just make your bees. I mean, and guaranteed that you throw your diligent, you throw your unwary, you make them this way, and you put them in here, and then boom, you got your queen, and you're golden. You put them in here. You can even start automating them if you want, like I did. We'll say, like I did in that one backpack that you saw. Was it this one? No, not that one. Yeah. So I mean, this is 1 day worth, I think, something like that. Maybe 1 day, maybe 2 days worth of just industrious queens going in a regular apiary, not an alveary, just the regular industrious industrial apiary with these three right here. I got all of this, and actually that's not all of it. If I were to go here, there's pollen. I got more than that, don't I? Yeah, maybe I don't. I thought I had more. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, stacks of pollen, dripping combs, silky combs for honey, and this will be for making the LV, or the planks that I need. What do I need? LV. Scented paneling, not planks. So yeah, making alvears for that. Now, I will suggest definitely use if you want to save yourself some headaches, use the advanced Metatron to get the bees, the hybrids that you want, your mutated bees, and then as soon as you do, go back to the regular, either your apiaries, your plain apiaries, like I have over there, or if you have like your honey and your seed oil going, definitely go ahead and build up your alveary. And there's one big reason for that: power. These things don't come cheap. Resource-wise, they're not bad, but as you see here, here's the fuel, and it's 600, 1600 or 1,000,006 RF. That's a good bit of storage. But if you were to look at, say, the industrious, it shows you what it takes to get there. So it requires 200,000 RF. So not a lot, but that's per process. So if you're making a lot of these, if you're going to like set up a big assembly line and do a lot of mutating, this can kind of add up. So I mean that per thing. So you don't want to use the industrial apiaries here to constantly power everything. Is there a recipe for this? Maybe not. I thought there was a thing where it would tell me. Maybe if I look at comb. Show me. Yeah, show me place comb. Maybe not. I thought it would tell me how much actually power this thing draws. Oh, there it is. Energy required 30.3 RF, and that's constant. Even if this thing's not doing anything, I took the B. I actually had a whole row. I had I think I had like 5 of those industrial apiaries in here, and I didn't have anything in them, and they were drawing about 20 RF per tick. So that was about 100 RF per tick I just had going up into evaporating into the air. So not a lot, but it's still leaching power from your system. And depending on the power setup you guys have, maybe you can't sacrifice that. So yeah, and then that when you put these little automation, that increases that by 10%. Here's 5%, here's 5%, here's 25%. This is the big one. So that jumps it up to 30. So if you have the power, this is awesome to get you started. But then with the alvearies going, that's free. You don't have to do anything. And you can automate those without any power. That's kind of nice. Yeah, they are multi-block structures. They take up a lot more space. But, they're kind of nice. You don't have to, power-wise. And if you automate them with frame housings and, have like a frame thing going with, and use applied Energistics, always applying with frames, they can pump out some serious stuff. And you don't have to worry about, stuff stocking in here. Although you can connect stuff to pull out of here as well. So, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do. The other thing you can do, and this is another thing I would probably, and maybe I've just had bad luck with it, but I would probably go ahead and suggest sticking with the Binny's stuff for this, because I've tried, and I have pulled out some stuff with the genetic sampler, putting the bees in here and trying to see what you can get out of here. I just haven't had much luck with it, pulling good stuff, although I haven't made a lot of different bees. So I got flowering and speed slower and some of this other stuff, and nothing special, because these are just not really special bees. I'm using, the main purpose was to just get the mutations I wanted, and I'm using the upgrades here to effectively make them go. Because if I didn't have these in here, these bees wouldn't be going right now. I don't need this upgrade in here since it's outside, but they wouldn't be working. So I'm kind of passing by. I don't really have to use. I don't have to pull out a gene and infuse that bee with a serum to work at night, or to work indoors, or to work or to ignore the rain. Now that's one thing. When the rain has come, I don't have the rain upgrade in here, so that does stop. But otherwise, if you don't really care about all that stuff and you just want to automate your bees in this thing and you got power to spare, go for it. This Gendustry stuff is the bomb. Totally. So anyway, that's pretty much about it for that. There's not much else I have to share, at least regarding that. I will show you the other thing I'm doing over at my new base. I need to change the cleanup on the orphanage. Okay, so yeah, got a crash there. That was kind of weird. This was the other thing I was going to show you. I went ahead and bred up some sweet chestnut trees with the common walnut I'd used in the advanced Mutatron, and I wanted to see how these trees looked over here in my castle area. And I think I may end up using these trees to kind of dot my landscape, just because they're fairly large and they have some cool looking leaves on them. I might use these in combination with the ebony ones I got, just because they got a cool little tree branch texture. But I do want to also use these as a production of seed oil. So let's see how many go ahead and sweet chestnuts I get out of this thing. Look at that. So awesome. Alright, and just like that, it's gone. And I got 4.5 stacks. Not bad. And I'll go ahead and replant you. just like so. Cool. All right, that's all I want to show you. I also got, like, as soon as I planted those trees, I got like butterflies out the rear. I mean, look at this. They're all over the place. It's all, you know, flopping around. Hello. Hello. Anyway, I'll see you back at the other place, guys. Be right back. Alright, guys, I am back at the old base now, which is now going to be the communal inventory room, and we're going to go ahead and jump into advanced genetics here. One of the things I haven't read too much up on it, but I think the first thing you need to start with is a scraper and a DNA analyzer. And you can make, these are pretty easy to make. A magnifier is just a stone tool rod and a piece of glass, and then some iron ingots around that, so pretty cheap. Go ahead and flop you down, and this thing will take RF. This mod also comes with its own generator if you're kind of using this as a standalone type thing. So let's see what this interface looks like. DNA analyzer. I'm not sure if it's getting power. So let's see. I'm a scraper, so I'm gonna see what I can scrape. I'm interested in, one thing I've seen is you can get if it's here, no fall, infinite milk, speed, teleporter, fly. Here we go. I want the fly gene because I want to, you know, potentially create a flight type things without having to use my jetpack. I thought that might be kind of cool. Woolly, swim in lava would be cool. That would be good. I think I might try and get that too. So let's see here. I want you. Whoops. No, don't fly away. Come back. Where'd all the butterflies go? Oh, butterflies? Wait a minute. Where did I just see a bunch of butterflies? Go back here. And ta-da. Come here. What'd I get? Ah, there we go. Can barely see it there. I got skin scales, some skin scales of an entity. Forest butterfly. Awesome. See what else I can get. I'm just gonna get a bunch. And let's ender pouch those, shall we? Because if I think this mod works like the other one, there's probably not a guaranteed chance to get the fly thing. So I'll see you back at the base. Okay, here we are at the DNA analyzer, and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to take some skin scales and plop them right here, and oh, it is going to go ahead and go. Okay, cool. I would think this would show power, kind of like this does. Whoa, now that has an internal storage. So yeah, let's see what this does. What do I get? I'm wondering if you supply it a higher source of power, if it moves any faster, if that's just the default speed. Okay, so I got a cell and organic drop. Okay. So I know I need cells in order to get the extractor, and I think I need the extractor in order to get what I need. So let me go ahead and make a few more of these up, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got my 4 cells, so let's go ahead and make this extractor here. And I need this, like that, and hopefully I can use these cells to do this. Yep. So then let's go like that, and I got an extractor. Awesome. Oh, I didn't want that. Oops. Well, I'll use that eventually, probably. Alright, let's put you there. Okay. DNA extractor. That's probably what I get from the cell. So let's go ahead and put you here. Oh, okay. So that's working. What happens now? I get a Helix encrypted, F17 AAA. Okay. So from that, I would think I need the DNA decryptor, which means I need another one of those. Okay, so I need some more cells. Alright, I'll be right back once I got that. Alright, I'm back. I don't have enough cells, but I figured I would show you something while that is going on. One thing I forgot to mention, or I kind of started getting into in the last video, was a good way to get mutagen. And instead of using up your glowstone, you probably have a decent supply of uranium. Right now I'm sitting at 1850. But I didn't have a way to get the regular uranium. So I tried to figure out what I was going to do with that, and I think I came across it using something with railcraft, or not railcraft, but rotary craft. I'm like, I don't want to necessarily get into that right now, or get into a whole nother mod just to process uranium. But I was able to get, uranium, crushed uranium ore when I put the uranium in the macerator. But then I'm like, oh, what do I do with that? So if I was to look up uranium here, I'm like, well, this is what I wanted to get, so how do I get that? So I didn't really come up with much of a way to get that. So I wanted to see what else could I use this with. And I got that. So I'm like, well, I have that. What can I do with that? Oh, I need a thermal centrifuge. Okay. So I made one right here. So I put a stack of uranium in there, crushed this up, got some of this stuff. Now I will say, don't pick this up. I made that mistake because you will get radiation and die. Let me show you. Here we go. You'll want these things. Hazmat suit. So I'll go ahead, and there's only 2 pieces. Hey, look, I'm Gordon Freeman. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just take this out, and there we go. I now have uranium. Uh-oh. 2 minutes worth. Oh, that's not good. Let me take this out. There we go. Let's combat that, shall we? Oh, this is not going to be good. I have a hazmat suit on. I shouldn't have got 2 minutes worth. What else I got? Magenta. Ha 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 ha. Eat that radiation. That's awesome. So anyway, while I tick away annoyingly, let's see if I can reduce the sound of that. There we go. That way, that's so annoying. But yeah, you get this nasty radiation effect on you, and as you can kind of saw there, it kind of ticks away pretty quickly from you. But that's a good way to get the uranium, and that is a good source of mutagen. So you put your uranium in here, and let's see if I get that. Use for that. That should come up here. Yeah, so you put that in there, you get 500 from that. So that's not bad. You'll get a pretty good amount from that. And then you also get the tiny pile, is it? Yeah. And you can use that as well to make, yeah, let's go use, so you get uranium-235 for that, and you get a use, and one of those gives you 9,000. So that's awesome. That's the main thing you want. So that gives you a lot. So you definitely want to use your uranium for that. If you're not doing a nuclear reactor from industrial craft, good use for that. So let's go ahead and put that in there. I'm going to go ahead and let that stop, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back, and I have made the DNA decryptor. So let's see what this does. I got an encrypted helix here, and let's see what it does. Again, I'm not sure if this is a bug or it's just it just doesn't display power, because I'm not sure how much power each of these machines is using. Could be consuming hardly any or a ton. I don't know. Helix, basic gene. Okay, so now what? What do I do from that? I think I use a microscope to identify what this is. So let's go ahead and see if I can put that right there, maybe? Maybe right click it with this? No? Alright, let me figure this out real quick. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm back, and I went ahead and made the splitter, breeder, and combiner, because I figured I'd probably just have to make those anyway. So I got my helix, so let's go ahead and put that into the splitter and see what happens here. Choose the gene. Basic gene, I guess, is my only option. Yeah, because it is I guess that's the only option here, because it's a basic gene. I guess there's an option maybe once I put different cells, skin scales, or different cells in there, maybe? I don't know. Okay, gene, basic gene. So, and then, I know I can use the microscope for something. Let's see here. What else am I looking for? Microscope. I can, so the genes and your DNA. No. Okay, so let's try the breeder here. See what that does. Does that do anything? No. Alright, let me figure this out. And I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I think the butterflies were probably a bad choice to get the actual genes from, but they were a good source of materials for making these. So if you're going to go ahead and get one, you can use a butterfly or use anything really. I went ahead and used my scraper on a sheep, and it actually looked, a lot better than just a random weird string name, and I got cell of a sheep. So let's see what this does. If I put this in, I got to put it here first, in the extractor. Let's see what this does. I want to show you the whole process here. That way I'm just not explaining it after the fact, and see what we get. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. It's a lot longer encrypted string. So hopefully this is able to produce something that's usable. Hopefully, anyway. Let's see. And I did notice as soon as I placed those top blocks down that this was filling. So I don't know how much power it uses. I just know that this means full. Woolly, eat grass, basic gene. Ah, perfect. So let's go ahead and do the DNA splitter, and I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's choose woolly. And we're gonna get probably one of these. Gene woolly. Awesome. So now we put that in the breeder, I believe. Breeding state 0 out of 8. Basic gene woolly. What was I gonna do? 1 of 8. Woolly breeding. Okay. And then I do another one maybe? Breeding state 2. Okay. I bet I need more of these. Let me go ahead and get a few more, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I think I got everything I need. We got I went ahead and produced up a few more basic genes, and I found out when I got one cell that didn't have the basic gene available, it only had the woolly gene and eat grass, so I went ahead and did woolly, and when I put that one in here, it added 2 breeding states. So I would definitely choose, if you have the option, choose the same one, since you're going to get it anyway. That way you save on the amount of cells and processes you have to go through. So I got another woolly gene here, so let's go ahead and hopefully this go ahead and makes it the 8 out of 8 and turns it into a completed gene. Yep, here we go, completed. And then you're going to need a syringe filled with your blood. And this was kind of cool, so I'll go ahead and show you what it does. You just basically just right click and it'll come towards you like that, and then you just let go and turns black, and there it is. So kind of interesting. And then I also had to make a centrifuge. So what you do is you put your syringe in there and outputs into a serial centrifuge syringe. So then you go into the combiner, and I think you put the syringe here, yeah, and then your completed gene here, and you should be able to combine these two. And here we go, syringe filled. Although this looks exactly like that one. So let's see what this does. How do I inject myself? I don't know. How do I inject myself? I don't know how I inject myself. I don't know. Let me see if I can figure that out. Be right back. Alright, figured that out. Didn't read the directions fully. Apparently you have to centrifuge this again. So let's go ahead and put that back in here. And we should get a serial finch centrifuge. Okay. So now let's try it again. There we go. I guess it's in. Release again. Ooh, I'm nauseated. That's lovely. Now let's see. It's finished. So, I am woolly. I don't know what that necessarily means or how I tell if I'm woolly. And I don't know if I can. I think with this ability, I think I can shear myself and get wool. I think. But I'm not exactly sure how to test that. I guess I would have to go into and maybe an MFR rancher maybe might be able to do it. What happens if I go in here? Blood? More blood? Anything else in here? No, just blood. Well, I think that's probably about the wrapping up point anyway. I mean, I'm going to see if I can't figure out maybe something a little bit more interesting. Maybe the eat grass might have been a better one to do, and I could have tested that a little bit easier and seen if I could have eaten some grass and see what that was going to do. But I'm going to try and, excuse me, I'm going to see if I can't find some other creatures to get some genes from. Maybe a bat or a blaze, something. The swim in lava would be really cool. So I'm thinking about definitely going towards that, because that would be pretty handy. So not too bad of a process. You end up having to go through quite a bit of these things. I'm not sure how many. I mean, the woolly only took 8 to do, so I'm not sure how much some of these other ones might do, like fly or water breather or any of these things really. If they're all 8 or if they're more or less, who knows. This other one, avoid creepers, I imagine you have to go find an ocelot for that. But that would be really cool too, to definitely get some of that. And I'm not sure if there's a limit to how many of these you can have on yourself. So I might go get some more of this stuff and try it out, and I'll have to let you know in the next episode when I'm able to find out. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked the episode. Please leave me a like. It sure helps a lot. And until next time, see you later.